The idea originated here in the ACOT office on the outskirts of Stranorlar. The plan was to grow sufficient vegetables in a variety of lines to supply the entire County Donegal market. As happens in many parts of the country, often during the year Donegal shops offer for sale vegetables supplied by growers from over the border or from as far away as Holland or Cyprus. The group involved in the new scheme is small.
Donegal, Macra and Feirme were very aware of the unemployment and the rural youth, and they decided to try and do something about it. So we set up a group to try and create employment. We created employment through deciding to grow vegetables, farm fresh vegetables, and a group situation.
How many acres are involved, and what sort of tonnage are you hoping for?
Well, we'll be talking about 50 to 60 acres of vegetables, and between 15 and 20 tonnes per acre.
Keith Roulston is another of the 18 young farmers involved.
Between those 18 we have about 50 acres growing at present, consisting of between carrots, cabbage, cauliflowers, swedes and onions.
Why did you pick those particular crops?
Well, they were the crops that were most suited to the growing conditions here in Donegal, and they were the crops that were most easily grown in the circumstances.
Here on the lands of the Reid family outside Stranorlar, 4 acres of carrots were sown last May. The plan was to have the vegetables ready for sale between January and April, when imports tend to capture the Irish market. Weather caused havoc with the carrots. Some were lifted in early November, but much of the line was still in the fields during the harsh January weather. One heartening feature is the level of help the young farmers are receiving from their neighbours. It would cost £30,000 to buy the ploughs, rotivators, precision seeders and other machinery needed. Instead it was borrowed, and the cost of purchases was a mere £500. The majority of the 18 growers are the second sons of farmers. The family lands are being inherited by older brothers, so they have no guaranteed incomes or assets. 13 of the 18 are Presbyterians. Many of them are on the County Donegal executive of Macra and Feirme. They had better luck with the cabbage. 2 acres of it were planted here by Derek McCrockett and his brother. They chose a winter variety Celtic cabbage, which holds pretty well through the frost. But if the group found it could master growing the vegetables, the selling of them provided a more complex problem.
Most of the vegetables are being sold through the local wholesalers. We also sell from the individual growers to customers, and in the near future we hope to open a retail outlet in Letterkenny, near Bonagee.
Right, you've had certain difficulties establishing markets. You've been able to grow okay, but you've had certain difficulties establishing the markets, getting in with the wholesalers. Why is that?
Well, the impression we get is that the wholesalers are being quite readily supplied at the moment from outside the county. And I suppose it's understandable that they're reluctant to change their present pattern for a group like ours, which is newly set up and really hasn't been tried yet. But we hope to convince them of this in time.
1 or 2 people have raised questions about the quality of your produce. How do you feel about that?
Well, in the past, this has been mentioned that there is a problem with quality of Irish produce. We hope with our central grading and packing operation and inspection operation to overcome this problem.
Here in a rented store on the outskirts of Newtowncunningham village, the growers are drying 18 tonnes of onions. The building is used as a store for all of the crops. In its first year, the group has discovered some wholesalers prefer to purchase vegetables already washed and packed. Others want them with a coating of soil. Competition is a problem. Some cross-border growers supply and deliver carrots, for instance, for as little as 90p a bag. Occasionally there may be a question mark about quality, but the price is right. This experiment represents an investment of around £50,000. On the question of profit, the next few weeks will be crucial.
The main lessons would be that this particular group of young farmers from Donegal have shown conclusively to me that they are able to produce a top quality product at a reasonably good yield. Now, on the other hand, on the marketing end, the method in which you market your product in a reasonably profitable way is a difficult one to sort out. So that for other groups there around the country, before they ever entertain the idea of attempting to reduce these imports of fresh vegetables, they want to get constructive arrangements, reliable arrangements with their local sources, like the wholesalers, the major retailers.
Do you think this enterprise will survive and prosper?
I think that this particular year is a very testing year for the group, but that even at present we know that the vast majority of the members are fully prepared to get involved in vegetable production again next year in order to really gain from the lessons of this year.